Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. Hope you guys are doing well. Cindy's in the house.
Toot toot.
So, obviously, a big 6.5 Nevada earthquake. This thing was felt all the way from Salt Lake City down to San Diego. This was big. And this is not the biggest of all time here. There's actually been some as large as a 7.3 back in the 50s, about 100 miles north of here. And if you see the map, it's basically to the west of Tonopah. And Tonopah is a tiny little town that we have gone shopping in before. And I mean, it has two grocery stores, and it's just a cute little place. It has what is that clown
A
museum?
haunted clown hotel.
Yeah, it has a haunted clown hotel in there that is just super creepy. I mean, clowns are creepy enough. But it's really a curious little town. And then Goldfield is right below it, about 25 miles south of it. And Goldfield is, well, it's only got maybe 300 people there now. At one time it was booming because of gold, as it is named Goldfield. But it's an adorable little thing. It really is. It's super cute too. Just, so much the old west. But the other thing that's right by here, and Tonopah is very, very famous for, is Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
And so, there's the Nevada test site right there. And if we look at what's happening quake wise, it's curious. I'm just going to jump over here. And I'm not sure what it's doing there. Let's reload this. Wow. So, we're basically looking over here at Nevada and some parts of eastern California there, and you can see there's 77 quakes on the map right here, and it almost strikes me as super curious. I mean, you see this line that goes right up 95 and then comes across, almost like going right along the highway. That's really interesting. It's
Mm-hmm.
very curious. The area 51 is in here. Actually, probably right about over here when you get down to it. And you see there's a lot of quakes on the Nevada test site, but those could be bombs too. That's as we said before. But you see this massive, massive swarm going on. Now, we had swarms before over by Carson City that we were talking about. And thank you guys for putting up with perhaps a little bit lower quality just because uh, we're doing this kind of on the fly here with my phone and my laptop. And then we also have been having quakes over by Mono Lake. That swarm over there by Mammoth Lake's Mono Lake, which is right here. So, there's been a swarm right here, and then boom, this goes. Of course, we had the one over by Salt Lake City, and then we had the quakes and the swarms going on up in Idaho. Very interesting. Of course, Ridge Crust, last year,
Mm-hmm.
about a year ago, wasn't it just about a
About
year ago?
about this time. Yeah.
About this time, the West is shaking. It really is shaking. And, perhaps a sign of the much, much bigger Earth changes to come as you look at all these. And, if you go up 95 further, then over in here you have the Hawthorne area, which is another big military base, as we've been through that area as well. Look at all those quakes. So you got 47 over in this area alone, including the first one, which was first reported as a 6.4 and then upgraded to a 6.5. And very shallow. They're showing the depth at 2.8 kilometers. So that's really close to the surface. And it's a good thing it wasn't by a major population center. But there again, like Cindy said in jest, she said, oh, I wonder if they're, battling underground. Maybe there's like some underground alien battles going on because seriously, down here you have, the Nevada test site in Area 51. Up here in Hawthorne, you have all sorts of munitions stored. You have underground bunkers galore. It's like an underground bunker city over that way.
Yeah.
It really is. So, who knows what's really going on? Was that even natural? What was that?
A bag jumped from there to there.
Okay, that was weird. Something just fell down on its own.
Yeah.
As I said, was it even natural? How do we know it wasn't maybe an underground nuclear test? How would we know? How would we know something like that couldn't happen in an area that was prone to faulting in order to trigger, a swarm, and maybe in order to trigger pressure downstream from here as well. So when we zoom on out, we see there's just basically one quake right over here right now in the Salt Lake City area of 2.4 over on Magna, Utah. And we do have still some swarming going on over in Idaho. It's kind of a triangle when you look at it here. It's not an equilateral triangle, but again, and then we also have the Mono Lake area, which just extended past it. There is swarming over at the geysers, and of course there's swarming at Ridgecrest as well. And we see solid quake activity down through the San Andreas. And of course the Garlock Fault is something to keep your eyes on as well. Very interesting times to say the least, guys. Very interesting. So, yeah, we felt it ourselves at 4 a.m. And, I thought, what's that?
Yeah.
Is that a quake? So you could feel it. And like we said, they felt it all the way down in San Diego. So, up northern Arizona, you could feel it as well. And it was felt all the way over in Salt Lake City. So everybody from basically, the northern part of Arizona up into Utah, all the way on over San Diego. Wow, that was big, guys. So we'll see what's going to come next. As always, guys, thank you so much for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.